ladies and gentlemen, Scared2 here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and building the T-34 model 1942. The T-34 is a Soviet medium tank introduced in 1940, famously deployed with the Red Army during World War II against Operation Barbarossa. Its 76.2mm tank gun was more powerful than its contemporaries, while its 60-degree sloped armor provided good protection against anti-tank weapons. The Christie's suspension was inherited from the design of American J. Walter Christie's M1928 tank, versions of which were sold turretless to the Red Army and documented as farm tractors after being rejected by the U.S. Army. The T-34 had a profound effect on the conflict on the Eastern Front in the Second World War and had a lasting impact on tank design. After the Germans encountered the tank in 1941, German General Paul Ludwig Ewald von Cayde called it the finest tank in the world, and Heinz Guderian confirmed the T-34's vast superiority over German tanks. Alfred Joldy, Chief of Operations and Staff of the German Armed Forces, noted in his war diary the surprise at its new and thus unknown wonder armament being unleashed against the German assault divisions. Although its armor and armament were surpassed later in the war, it had been described as the most influential tank design of the war. So, the T-34 here, a very famous tank in history, the most famous Soviet tank from World War II, hands down. The version we have in front of us is the model 1942, so kind of the standard T-34 with the 76.2mm gun, except with this one, it had a little bit of thicker armor compared to the ones that came before it. So, overall, pretty cool tank and a nice T-34. We really only have a good T-34 85 design on the channel, so I wanted to kind of give you guys a standard T-34 that you guys can incorporate into your worlds. For those of you that are looking for more of a, earlier war type of T-34 to use. But yeah, it should be a pretty fun build, and a new Soviet tank to kind of expand upon our Soviet World War II arsenal. So let's go and dive into taking a look here at the tank, and from there on out we'll move into the tutorial. So obviously, starting off with, we have the turret here with the main gun. This is a 76.2mm gun. As you work your way back, all the detailing here at the top, and the various little details here on the back and all that stuff. I believe actually has the extra fuel canisters on the back here. We then have the track system itself, and just various little details here and there around the tank. Overall, pretty straightforward design. T-34s were very simplistic tanks, and pretty easy to replicate. So I think it came out pretty good, and again, will make a good addition to any of your kind of early and mid-war World War II scenarios on the Eastern Front. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial, but begin with our first two layers. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first layers, we go ahead and work on layers 0, 1. For these layers to go ahead and get started with, for the tank, we're going to go ahead and place down a nether brick slab like this, followed by a nether brick top slab coming off it like so. We then want to go and go to the side here, we're going to place down a green shulker box on its side with a item frame like so on the side here, and a green terracotta block. And also, if you're on Java, we can place a dark oak wood button on the side of the shulker box as well. If you're on Bedrock, you're not able to place down a button and a item frame in the same block space. If that's the case, just go ahead and place down the item frame instead. At this point here, we then want to go ahead and place down a nether brick slab like so. We're going to then place down a nether brick block on the ground. We're going to then place down another green shulker box on its side like so. Item frame, green terracotta block, and a dark oak wood button like that. After that, we're going to place down a nether block in the ground like so, of nether brick, another green shulker box on its side like so, dark oak wood button, item frame, and green terracotta block. At this point here, we're going to then place down two dark oak wood stairs, back to back. And again, we're going to place down a green terracotta block on the side, item frame, green terracotta block in the item frame, and a dark oak wood button like so. And then lastly, we're going to place down a nether brick slab and a nether brick top slab like that to go and round off the end there. On the back here, coming off this nether brick slab, we're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood top slabs, followed by a zombie head. Coming off this nether brick top slab, over here we're going to place down a nether brick slab and top slab as well, and do the same thing, zombie head like that on the inside there. Going to the front here, we want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood top slabs from the nether brick slab, and a row of 3 of dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to go then place down a nether brick slab, top slab, and we're going to then place down our green shulker boxes. So we have a shulker box on the side here. We're going to go then place down our item frame, green terracotta, dark oak wood button, followed by another brick block here in the ground, another green shulker box like so, item frame, green terracotta block, dark oak wood button, another brick block in the ground, green shulker box on its side, item frame, dark oak wood button, green terracotta block in the item frame, and dark oak wood stair, 2 dark oak wood stairs back to back, and then a green terracotta block here, doing the same thing. Just like so. And we also want to take dark oak trapdoors, and in between these green terracotta blocks here, or green shulker blocks I should say, we're going to go and place down dark oak trapdoors, and then we just want to fill in our rows of 3 of dark oak top slab, basically filling in the whole bottom here of the tank, like so. And after we have that all done right there, that's going to do it for layers 0 and 1, and that right there will create the base there for our tank. Anyways, that right there is it for those layers. Let's go ahead and move on to our next, layer number 2. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer 2. For layer 2 to go ahead and get started with here, what we want to do to begin with is we'll be going ahead and placing down a row of 3 of dark oak slabs across the front here, followed by another brick slab to both sides. Coming off that nether brick slab toward the front, we're going to place down a dark oak trapdoor on the front there for fenders. And we're going to then take our green terracotta, and we're going to do a row of 3 across the center here, followed by a dark oak slab to both sides. We're going to then place down an item frame, green terracotta block, and a dark oak sign on the side of that item frame. Same thing over here. So just like this. There. And then at this point here, we're going to then place down 1 nether brick slab, and then we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a daylight detector, place down a daylight detector, turn it to the night mode, nether brick slab, daylight detector, turn that to night mode, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 nether brick slabs back, dark oak slab, item frame, and then a cobweb like so, and then a nether brick slab like that. We're going to go do the same thing over here on this side, so nether brick slab, followed by a daylight detector, again turn to night mode, nether brick slab, daylight detector, turn to night mode, and then 2, 3, 4 nether brick slabs back, dark oak slab with an item frame with a cobweb on it on the side, and then a nether brick slab there on the end. After that's done, we're going to take our green terracotta. We're going to place down, after this row here, a row of green terracotta, followed by a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th row back, and then we're going to then place down a row of 3 of upside down dark oak stairs across the back. And once we have that all complete there, that's going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 2. Looking at it from above here, this is what we should have. And with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our next layer. We have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a dark oak stair in the middle here, followed by a spruce wood stair, which is going to be coming off of it to the left side here. And then a dark oak corner stair coming off the side of that stair. Then a dark oak stair coming off to the right side, and a dark oak corner stair coming off that stair. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some green carpet. We're going to place down 2 green carpets on top of those slabs there, followed by an item frame coming off this stair here. And we're going to then place down a snowball in that item frame like that. We're going to then place down an item frame coming off this stair here, followed by a black bed in the item frame, rotate on its side, and we're going to then place down a spruce wood sign over the front there of the stair like that. Once that's done, we're going to then also place down a zombie head coming off this stair right here for the whole mounted machine gun. At this point along the sides here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dark oak stairs back, and same thing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If your trapdoors do open up on the bottom here, do make sure you just go ahead and give them a quick close like this, so that they aren't just sticking open there. After that though, we're going to go then place down a dark oak wood corner stair on the end here, like that to both sides, and then a row of 3 of green terracotta across the center there. Actually, sorry, it's going to be green terracotta block on both sides, and then a dark oak stair there in the middle. We're going to go then place down a green shulker box coming off these 2 green terracotta blocks, and then we're going to place down a dark oak sign coming off the side here, and this side also of these green terracotta blocks. So like that to both sides, like so. And actually, sorry, we're going to actually go and get rid of the sign. It's actually going to be a dark oak trapdoor in the space on both sides for the fenders. Anyways, at this point here, we're going to go then place down 2 item frames right here. And those item frames, we're going to place down tripwire hooks and rotate them so they're facing downwards. And over here on this side, we're going to do the same thing. 2 item frames, have them on here and rotate so they're facing downwards. Then on the side here, we're going to go ahead and go to these 3 dark oak stairs. We're going to place down 3 spruce wood signs there on the side, and that's only going to be on the left side there. At this point, we can go and then take our green terracotta, just fill in the inside here for the tank, just to close this off completely from the outside. And once we have that all done right there, that is going to basically do it for what we have there for layer number 3. With that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we move into layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a green terracotta block on this one, followed by a dark oak upside down stair, and then 1, 2, 3 dark oak top slabs going forward. We're going to then place down a dark oak sign on both sides of this top slab, like that. And then we're going to go and also place down a dark oak wood upside down stair coming off the sides here of this green terracotta block. We're also going to go ahead and place down a zombie head coming off the sides here of these 2 stairs. After that, on the tip here, we're going to place down a polished black stone slab like so. And then going ahead and going back from this turret, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign here on the sides of these stairs, followed by a row of 3 of green terracotta block in the center there, dark oak wood upside down stair to both sides, dark oak wood sign on the fronts here of the stairs, and we're going to go then place down a a daylight detector to both sides coming back from the stairs, and then a green terracotta block there in the center. We then want to take our dark oak wood slabs, place down a row of 3 across, followed by a spruce wood slab here in the center, and then a dark oak wood slab to both sides, and then we're going to place down a row of 3 of polished blackstone slabs across, a zombie head here in the center like so, and then we're going to place down a lever coming off these 2 green terracotta blocks here, and then a dark oak wood slab on top of them, on top of those 2 shulker boxes like so, and also a green carpet on this dark oak wood upside down stair. Anyways, once that's all done there, that is going to basically wrap up what we have there for layer number 4 for the build. And with that, we're going to move into our final layers here, which are going to consist of layers 5 and 6. So with that, let's go ahead and move into layers 5 and 6. Alright guys, so moving into our final layers here, we have layers 5 through 6. For these layers here to start with, we're going to go to this dark oak wood top slab here and place down a daylight detector on top of it, followed by 2 green carpets going forward. We then want to place down a dark oak wood stair here, followed by a green terracotta block behind the stair. And then to both sides of that stair itself, we're going to go ahead and place down a mossy cobblestone wall, so like that to both sides. Coming off both sides of this dark oak wood stair here, we're also going to place down a zombie head like that. Once we have that done, we're going to then place down a green terracotta block here in the center, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall, again to both sides. We're going to place down another green terracotta block in the center, another mossy cobblestone wall to both sides there, and then a spruce wood stair right here, followed by a zombie head on both sides of the spruce wood stair. And then going to the middle cobblestone walls here, we're going to place down an item frame, black concrete blocking the item frame, and a dark oak wood sign over the side of it. And same thing over here as well. So just like this. After we have that all done there, on the top here for the turret, we're going to place down a daylight detector right here, followed by a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off of it toward the front, a spruce wood trapdoor to the sides of that dark oak wood trapdoor, and then a flower pot here on the left. Let's see, cobblestone wall. And with that all complete there, that's going to pretty much wrap up my design here for this. One thing actually I want to cover real quick is the banners. I did forget to actually do the banners on this wheel. So I'm going to go and grab the banner materials that we're going to need real quick, and I'm going to show you guys how to make those banners. But with that, let's go ahead and move into those banners. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into making these banners. They're pretty simple to do. We're just going to need 2 black banners, 2 green dye, and 4 black dye. We're going to go ahead and go into our loom, place our green banners in our green dye, and we're going to go ahead and then split the banners in half. So we're just going to split it in half directly down the center here, so we have green on the left side, and then for this one here we have green on the right side. So you can see the banners are just split in half. So once you get to this point, we're going to go ahead and put each of our banners back into our loom, and our black dye, we're going to select the horizontal line across the top, across for the center there, so you have something that looks like this, and we're going to do the same thing for this one, so line right there for the center. And we're going to go and then take our banners here, and both these banners will be made, and place them real simply. We're just going to go ahead and go to the stairs here, and we're just going to place down our 2 banners like that on these stairs here for the tracks. They're going to be facing toward each other with the green portion there. Anyways, that right there is going to wrap up what we have there for the T-34 mod 1942. Hope you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put to good use. If you do want to use this build, I do say yes, you guys gave me proper credit for it. This means thank you for signing the build, tweet to my channel or this video if this does bring social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, your free user for projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Bisky Nisky, and I'll see you guys next time.